Welcome back to my speed build video. I'm back to doing another speed build. So this when I first started this build, I initially I thought it was gonna be like a noble manor or some kind of manor or a big manor, not really so much of a castle. But as I was building it further and further and further, I realized that it's so big. It's too big for it to be like a manor or an estate at this point. Or is an estate kind of is an estate and a manor similar? I don't know. But anyways, it ended up being way too big for what I thought it was going to be. So it ended up becoming a castle. But originally, when I first started building this build, it was going to be for my royal chef sim that I was working on, which I also made a mod for, a career mod for that. If you guys are interested, I'll link it down into the description as well as the link of a video of just like a mod video. I wouldn't really say it's like a guideline on how to make the mod. It's just me kind of just recording my start to finish on how I was struggling on making this career mod. But it's fine. I ended up making it in the end. It was a struggle, but it was really fun. So I finished the mod and I'm at a point where I think my sim it finished all of his normal, like the base game chef career. I've maxed him out at this point already. And I saved a good amount of money. I am hoping I save enough money for him to move into this manor when I thought it was going to be a manor. So I was super dedicated on this build on based on the reference photo that I was using from Pinterest. And I was trying to figure out because I had a sim in mind on what sim I'm going to be building the property for. I was looking for a reference image on Pinterest on what would best look like the best kind of exterior building that represents him. So I thought this was kind of a nice build, and I was building it. So I originally what got me to grab this reference image from Pinterest was because it has a little bit of a similar. I don't know if you would see it as like a similar architecture to the actual Shawcross Castle, but I thought it was a little bit similar. So, anyways, I built this castle, right? I built this lot, and as I was pretty much done with the build, and I was showing it to my partner and everything, and as my partner was looking at the lot, kind of realized that there's a lot of doorways and archways and a lot of open windows. And I was like, damn, they're going to be super cold in the winter time here in the Sim world because there's just so many like open windows and open doors that they're gonna freeze to death. So then I showed the reference image to my partner, and my partner and we realized that I don't think this castle or this lot is it would go well in this sim world that I'm in. And by the way, the sim world that I am this lot specifically, this lot I am building. Oh, anyways. The sim world that I am building in right now on this video is the Brindleton Bay sim world. And when I've mentioned it before in the previous parts, but if you haven't seen my previous parts, but if what I was imagining for Brindleton Bay for my royalty save file is I was imagining it to be it's really cold, it's up in the mountains, and lots of trees. So it's kind of like surrounded by the forest as well too. So I was thinking of I don't know pine trees, a lot of pine trees in the snow. That's what I was thinking. So it was that kind of atmosphere, and I don't really think this build I'm working on will work well with this sim world. So I ended up just making another castle in the end. It's not gonna. I don't really think this is gonna be this lot is suited for Brindleton Bay. This is probably gonna be a lot that I'm gonna have to archive in the meantime until if I do have a lot that I had in mind that I want to place it. But in the meantime, it is done and finished. Um, well, okay, it's not done and finished because I actually am a little slow on this video when I was recording this video and building this video. It's just been, I haven't worked on this, I haven't worked on this lot in, I would say, a full month since I started this lot. So I built the lot and I built the exterior and I was done. Well, yeah, I just built the exterior and I didn't do any of the floor plan or anything. And I put this video on a hold, on hold because I was catching up with all my previous videos to editing it and then like having it like scheduled out pretty much. And so I was trying to keep up with all those videos. And then because I caught up to those videos, now I'm going back and jumping back into this video or this build just because now I have some more free time. So there's clearly a big time difference from before at some point when I was working on this build. But and I didn't actually finish this lot per se. All I really did was just finish the exterior and the floor plan. And by the time this video is up is when I am still working on the furnishings of this lot a little bit. Just because I am a little behind and it's been a crazy past couple weeks for me. So, but no, I will get it done ASAP just because I just wanted to just make sure that it's out. And I'm sure even though I might not be using this lot, like at the moment, I'm sure like maybe some of you guys would want to use it. And like, I wouldn't say it's a very bad castle. It is a little bit different. I would say it's like a little bit unique. But anyways, going back, I was overlooking the whole entire lot, and I was like, yeah, it really does not fit in the Brindleton Bay world. It kind of, to me, it gives me when me and my partner was like discussing about this lot, we kind of imagine it to be where the weather is super hot, which makes a lot of sense where you don't want to have a whole bunch of enclosed rooms just because of the heat. So that it's more so like shade than, than blocking, but so maybe this lot would actually be good for, I believe, I forgot what was the sim world that is the desert. I believe it's Oasis. Oasis Springs, yeah. So maybe Oasis Springs, that would be suitable for this castle more so than Brindleton Bay. That would be really nice if you are gonna do like a royalty family in like Oasis in like the deserty kind of environment. So I would say this castle would actually look really nice in it. You know what? Maybe I should take some pictures to just kind of just see what it looks like in that kind of environment. So it's not going to be in this video, since I didn't really take so many videos, but not many. It's not going to be in this video because I didn't take that many photos, but in the next parts or like towards the end of like how many parts this part is, I will include the photo with Oasis Springs, and I think that's gonna be so pretty. Don't you guys agree? Like, I think it's just because I chose the color of reference image that I was using. It actually wasn't located in like a desert environment or like a really hot place. It really was on top of a cliff and a whole bunch of greenery and forest below. So I would say it's supposed to be, okay, so from the reference image, because it's kind of on the cliff, I was like, based on what symbols that I currently have right now, what lot kind of indicates that your slot is kind of on a cliff, and this slot was the first thing that came to mind. And I was like, oh well, this is perfect because I wanted to build a lot on this lot for my next like sim that I'm currently working on. But yeah, I wonder if there's any other sim worlds that would work for this as well. I mean, also Strangerville would make sense as well too. But Strangerville, to me, also it might be a little bit too deserty. I mean, there's like the environment between Oasis Springs and Strangerville. It's quite different. Like I think so. Oasis Springs to me kind of gives off a little bit of the hot, like the deserts in the well, not the deserts, but like just the really dry areas in California, like SoCal area. Because I'm currently looking at all of the I'm in the world view right now of all of the sim worlds, and like looking at like Oasis Springs, there's a lot of palm trees. So when I think of palm trees, I think of like Hollywood and LA, and so that's kind of the vibe that I was thinking. Whereas versus Strangerville, it really feels like you are in the middle of a desert, but like strange desert. Like, yeah, I don't have a Strangerville personally. I don't have it just yet, just because I think from when the Strangerville was first announced, and I saw that um what's happening in Strangerville can really affect the rest of their sim worlds. I was so against it because I did not want aliens or any like supernatural creatures to pop up in the middle of my gameplay and normal sims. And then I realized that you can actually turn it off and on in the game options menu, which is very similar to the eco lifestyle, which before I got Eco Lifestyle, I did look into it, which is why I ended up getting it. And I actually do really like it. Again, I had not actually had the time to actually I did have the time, but anyways, I didn't actually try the gameplay of it yet. But you know what? I was actually, maybe I will actually do like a let's play so then I can kind of go through each of the packs and then kind of just play it as it is. That way I can also make my sim at the same time. And I think that would be really fun. But for now, I'm just trying to just build more builds so that I can have the live somewhere so that way I can then I can start on my let's play then. Um, but yeah. So then let's see here. So going back onto the speed build, back into the lot, let me actually go into the lot and check out, kind of like pull it up real quick. And so that way I can tell you like what kind of rooms they are and like how many rooms and so on and so forth. It's a little hard for me to even though I just finished building it and I just hopped on to doing the voice, I mean, like editing it, and then I hopped on to do the voiceover. It's like it's like sped up. It's a little hard for me to keep track. But, so, but it is this lot. It is a 40 by 40 lot in Brindleton Bay. So it's kind of like it's a square, which it might be a little unusual for a lot of some of the lots in The Sims because there's not normally a lot of squares. So this might you might be able to shimmy it a little bit and trim some things down. To be honest, I think you probably can, but I really try to just maximize as much of the space as possible because I thought it was going to be like a big manor where my royal chef sim is going to be living, but realize it's in a Castro castle. So now this can just be it's a smaller castle than my Shawcross castle. So you can kind of think of it as this might not be like the big royal family castle that your sim is that's going to be in your sim world. You can kind of think of it as I imagine this castle as more for your grand dutch or duchess or duke or wait Grand Dutch and Duchess. Did I say Grand Dutch? I meant Grand Duke and Grand Duchess that can live in this like smaller castle, not so big as the big main royal castle, but it's still a castle. It's still really nice if I do say so myself. But so there are, let's see, one, two, three. There are 6 rooms and how many bathrooms? Let's see. Uh, 4, 5, 5, 6. So okay, so there are 6 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and they are not all of them are connected to the actual bathroom. So 2 of the rooms are actually going to be for your lady in waiting and gentleman in waiting for your sim royal family sim. Which, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I'm pretty sure you know by now that this video, like this, a lot of my castle speed builds, it's usually based off of the Royalty mod by Lazy Neef, which I will also link down into the description as well too. He's a very, very talented modder that does the Royalty mods, and they are so amazing. They're so good. He just released a new update on it. I have not gotten the opportunity to try it, but I'm so excited. But go ahead and check it out. But two of the two of the bedrooms is going to be for the gentleman in waiting and lady in waiting. And then there's also going to be 1 bedroom that's, I would say you can consider it as either as like guest room or an additional like family member bedroom with a bathroom connected. And which, by the way, the lady in waiting and gentleman in waiting bedrooms, they don't have an actual personal bathroom, so they will have to use like a bathroom that's like in the castle per se for them to get ready. So there's that. And then I also mentioned like the 3rd room as well too. And then there is also there is like another bedroom that would consider be like a suite that splits up into 2 bedrooms. So you'll see later in the video what I mean. And that suite room also does not have a connecting bathroom, but there is a bathroom that's like right across. They literally just have to go across, like leave their area, and just there's a doorway that has like a bathroom for them to access. Which that like the floor that they are on, which with the 2 bedroom suite, it's also the floor that is the main room for where the royal family or just the Duke and Duchess bedroom, and they have all of how many floors? One, two. They have the 4th floor all to themselves. But you'll see what I mean in the video. But so I would say, okay, so even though I said there are 6 bedrooms, there is actually more rooms technically, but like in the video that in my speed build, I marked it as 6 rooms just because I do actually have 2 office rooms. There's also like a grand ballroom. There's the throne room. There's also the estate room, and there's also the private quarters. Like all the room requirements that you need in the royalty mod. So they're all included. I tried that's okay to include all of the rooms available that you need in the mod, as well as many rooms as I can possibly make in like the reference image that I chose. But there's all of those rooms. But not only are there 2 offices, there is 1 office room that actually has like a hidden room. I wouldn't really say hidden room. It's just a spare room where they can spar and do sword fighting to practice. You know what I mean? But then I also included like a art room, which is really consider it as a hobby room. So I put like just like a I just put like something like a just a hobby item. Like I literally just put it in the piano just to make sure that I know that it's a hobby room. So then I there is also like a dining room, kitchen as well. And then there is also when you're leading towards the royal family bedroom, before you actually go up to their bedroom, they actually have like a really nice courtyard on the third floor, which you will see later, where it's really nice, super open, really tall ceilings, a lot of sunlight from like all the arch doorways and the glass ceiling. Don't know how like that circle glass roofing. What is that called? I don't really know what that is called. A sphere? I think it's a sphere roof. I don't know, but like I thought that was such a really nice, and I always really like that kind of style roof, even though it makes no sense in like an actual living like residential building because you can't sleep in there or you can't really live in there because it gets really hot realistically. But it is a sim save world, and like this is technically not supposed to be super realistic, so I'm gonna do it anyways because I think it looks really nice and really pretty. And it's following. I'm following like the reference image, which just so you know, I am using a I am like this build is very heavily influenced by the reference image that I pulled from Pinterest. Specifically, at least at the very front area, the front of the building. So much so, like mostly the back part of the building, I do have to like figure it out on my own and like make things up that I think makes sense in my opinion. Just so it looks like really nice and presentable, and it looks really luxurious. Like following like a lot of like certain elements to make it like connect together. So I think I did the best I could, but I think so. Originally in the reference image, it's like a color, it's like a brownish color reference image that I grabbed, and which I thought would be a really nice touch because I wanted technically it throughout like my sim world when I'm building lots. I wanted to not be completely the same color because I feel like it doesn't really make it. I guess it wouldn't really make so much sense just because I wanted to give each building or each lot like some kind of like characteristic personality, and it's mostly based off of the sim that they are that's living there. And like the only thing that would probably really change is no, I don't really think like even if like another sim were to move in, they might do some little renovations, but I don't really think they'll do so much. Like maybe they'll change the color of the exterior, but I felt I earlier I tried changing a color, but when okay, so as soon as I realized that this lot is way too big for it to be like an estate or like a manor, and it's becoming more of a castle, then I thought I was like, oh, maybe this castle will actually be then this castle will be for maybe the royal advisor in my Shawcross family. Like once he's like maybe retired, he'll move out here, or like one of the siblings in my Shawcross royal family, whoever is unfortunately not in the royal line, like the next line or so, or whatever, they will just live here. So, and it's big enough for them to have like their own like property and their own royal family. Not to mention, there's a really nice view in the back as well too, like the ocean view, and is on a cliff. Like I think it's really nice. Except this castle should not is built in the wrong sim world because of the climate. So, but at the end, even though it's not gonna be saved in Brindleton Bay, I still think it turned out really nice and really well. Like, it's like different. It's quite different from the Shawcross castle that I made. But it's still looks really big and spacious. I don't know if it's just because of how I built it, but
It's really nice, and I'm actually quite excited on how to decorate, like furnishing this lot, to be honest, just because, um, well, because it's not in Brittleton Bay, I think what would be the suitable thing is actually for me to, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to see. Like, I might actually move this lot out and then actually furnish it, or we'll keep. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I don't really know what I want to do yet, but like you'll know by the next video, pretty much. But I just think I just really like. So when I was looking, let's kind of go back to. I literally was just been looking at the castle in the lot in game, so I haven't really looked at the speed video. So where are we right now? Oh, okay. So we're working on the front. We are working on the front part of the castle. So this here, originally in the reference image, like I said, it was on a cliff, but and there shouldn't be like any like water features in it, but it's technic because of the lot, and I don't really want to make it so much so high up on an actual cliff, just because I'm imagining like it's gonna take the sim a while to get from to B, like at the front of the house or the castle or the lot, and then they're gonna have to go up the stairs and go all the way to wherever they need to go, and that's gonna take forever. So I was just like, maybe not put it on a huge cliff, since technically the lot here already is on a cliff, technically. So then I decided that now I'm working on the back part of the castle, and I was like debating on if I should add like a garden or just any other backyard feature for this specific castle, just because of how it's built and the reference image. And then I just decided that because I'm using this is a reference image. I decided that, like, you know what, it's fine. I don't think this will just be the one castle that does not have a garden, but I don't really think they need a garden anyways, because they already have a really nice view. And again, this is not gonna be on the slot per se, but when I was looking at the slot, I didn't realize that this 40 by 40 lot in Burlington Bay, they have like a really cute backyard like walkway, and there's like a small bench and a small random tree. Or what kind of tree is it? Cherry tree. Yeah, there's like a cherry tree where you can literally just look out the view of the ocean. I think that's so cute, super romantic. Wouldn't you think so? But so that was also the reason why I chose this lot, because I thought it'd be super pretty and everything. But yeah, so at this point, I was pretty much done. I pretty much am towards the end of finishing the exterior at this castle, and I started adding a lot more greenery, because from the image it looks like looks a little abandoned, but I don't want to make it so abandoned that it's not livable. So I try to restrict myself every single time I put greenery on like an exterior of a building. If it's too much like greenery, it really looks like it's really abandoned. So I try not to put too much. I try to just put like a little bit enough balance into it to just look like it's intentionally planted that way, you know? So which by the way, I was looking at a lot of the ivies that you can put on the exterior of the buildings, and they do have like a good amount. It's just they don't have a lot of. I would say there was one that I really like. Let me kind of just pull it up real quick on the when I on since I'm kind of in game. The one that I really liked was the wisteria specimen ones, and I think those are so pretty, and I just only wish that it either comes in a different color, or if it like comes in different flowers. Like, I think those would be so pretty. And like, I'm sure, like, if I go CC shopping, I'm sure I can find some. It's just, it would also be nice if EA also includes more of those, like on the exterior of the building, not just like basic ivies. Like, literally using like a copy and pasting of pretty much almost the same thing in the exterior builds a lot, especially the ivies and all that stuff. So unless again, I do not have the pack that has it. And like I don't like maybe you guys can tell me, is there like a pack that actually has like other floral kind of things that you can put on the exterior of the castles besides the wisteria? Like I don't, is it just me that I just don't know if they have it or not and I'm not doing enough research? I don't know, but I think like as of right now, that is probably like one of my complaints, which is lack of plant exterior decorations for the exterior of your buildings, like floral ones, not like greenery like ivies, like floral, because I think those would be really nice and pretty. And I thought they would have more of those like in cottage living, which they do have a good nice amount. It's just I just thought they would have more floral options would be really nice and really pretty. But yeah, so right, I really am just working on the exterior parts, like smaller details with the exterior. Like there, after I built like the main structure, of the castle, as well as like knowing where the placements of the windows are gonna be, there's still like a good amount of empty wall space on this castle, and so I was trying to figure out if I can try to add some more things, but not make it too much where it's so overcrowded. But I try to do some little dillies and dallies there, here and there, to just kind of make like certain parts of the castle stand out. Like there's some parts of the castle that has the template trim. Some parts of the castle don't, because I kind of imagine it as like it's split up by different units of the castle, in my opinion. But I was like, I think it'll be fine. But I think I did like a good enough job on just the exterior, because like I said, I don't want to make it too much. I also don't want to make it too little. I just wanted to make it just enough to be presentable. And I like kind of told myself, like, honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to be so perfect, because I mean, if I want to make it super perfect, I'm gonna be here all day and all day long. Like I can't. I'm trying to not have my perfectionism, making everything so perfect. At this point, it's just I use a reference just to make it make sense, and if it looks nice and balanced in my eyes, I think that's when I put a halt in it and not make it any worse than that. So, but here, this part here where there's the stairs from the second floor down to the first floor, it so from the reference that I was using, it looks like it was an additional smaller cliff in the stairs area, and I was debating on if I want to make the cliff so high up so it looks like the stairs are being built into the cliff and it works their way down. But I kind of actually like the ivy that I've kind of been doing right now so far. So maybe I don't think I'm gonna cover it completely with rocks, just a little bit enough so that looks like it's been built on a cliff a little bit in some way. But yeah, so here is when I was, as I'm sure we all know that, and I kind of experienced it from the previous parts before, like not on this, like my previous speed builds before, where there's only a max of 4 floors that you can build above ground, basically. So because of the limited amount of floors that you can build, I was trying to manifest my skills again that I see in like amusement parks like Disney, and try to like use the foundation on like the very fifth story, like above the 4th floor, to just give it some height. So I kind of treat it as like it's a fence. So you want to build like a fence and then heighten the foundation so it looks like it gives like an illusion that it is really tall, but it's really not. And you can't really access up there anyways. It's just for the look of it, you know what I mean? So here's when I am starting to work on a little bit more of the floor plan and a little bit of like some of the exterior a little. When I was working on this build. So, do you see that small area where I'm working on that balcony? I was debating on if that area should be accessible or not, but and I was looking at the reference again, and it just seems like it's supposed to be like a walking area up there, but to me, I ended up just deciding to just close that area off and just put a roof on top of it, just to give it that looks like it's been built like that on purpose. Or did I actually put a roof on it? Actually, no, I didn't even put a roof on it. I just left it as is. What did I think I was debating on if I should leave it as concrete flooring or if I should put some greenery, like grass greenery on top, because the floor above it, on the third floor, actually is gonna. I mean, I'm gonna put some greenery, but I feel like if I put too much greenery, is that too much? I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out when I'm furnishing it. So I'm gonna have to just test it out and see. But currently, right now, I am working on the stairs of this whole castle at this point. And oh my goodness, I was struggling on the stairs issue because when I was looking at the reference image, that building, this nook area of this castle that I'm working on right now, where the stairs are going up, I was looking at the reference image, and that is actually where the stairs are supposed to be. So I'm like, all right. So what I did was I literally just put the stairs right there and try to see if I can make a floor pan based off of where the stairs are located, and I think I did it. So then the next struggle that I have in the stairs is to have it kind of look like it's spiraling upwards, and like the Sims don't have spiral stairs, and I don't understand why they do not have spiral stairs. They definitely I don't know if I remember, but definitely the Sims 1 have spiral stairs. Did the Sims 2 have spiral stairs? I'm sure they had spiral stairs as well too. I'm gonna quickly look it up, but uh wait, I think spiral stairs is actually quite okay. No, actually, they don't have it. I just really think. So, does that mean that they actually did take out all the spiral stairs ever since The Sims 1? That. What? I think spiral stairs is such a nice idea. It's so nice, and like it's because like it can like it doesn't even take up that much space either. Ah, man, having spiral stairs would actually be really nice and beneficial. Like, or not like curved stairs would actually be so nice and so pretty. And like they were able to do it in The Sims 1, and I guess what they I don't know, this is me not working with EA or anything like that, but this is just me assuming based off of corporate environment and like maybe how they worked on it was maybe ever since The Sims 1, and they were maybe thinking about implementing more spiral stairs because the spiral stairs are so nice and so pretty. I think spiral stairs was one of my favorite objects in The Sims 1 furnished item, like built object. But anyways, I think because they have to do a very specific animation, and that kind of animation you can only do it only for spiral stairs. I think that's why they probably took it out, and you have to do like a very specific animation for it. I don't know. Like, if they were able to have the Sims walk up and down the stairs like this, like especially in like an angle like that where it's like a zigzag, what I'm doing right now on the stairs, I feel like if the Sims are able to do that, I think the Sims are also able to walk on spiral stairs or curved stairs, you know? And I feel like curved stairs would be so nice in like a royalty mod build lot or like a castle. Don't you guys all agree? I think that'd be so nice. So I know that there are definitely mods that has spiral stairs, but I'm saying this as I'm looking it up right now. I just I feel like okay, they definitely do have spiral stairs in like the Sims 4, and I'm pretty sure it's like a mod for sure. It's just the only thing is it's a mod, and I know not a lot of people really do like using mods, or not mods, custom content. Not a lot of people like using custom content. It's understandable. But and like but maybe on certain builds I might use the spiral stairs, but I think the last time when I was looking at spiral stairs, I haven't really found one that I really. Actually, no, I lied. There's actually a lot more spiral stairs that's really nice and really cute. Compared to the last time that I looked, and I think these are all so nice. It's just, am I committed to want to add spiral stairs? Like, I need to. Oh my god! There's clearly medieval spiral stairs that I found, but is it question it? Oh wait, and it's usable. Wait, is it usable or is it place? So okay, you know what? I can look this on my own time. But having spiral stairs would actually be a really nice touch to castle builds. Maybe I think I might actually look into that. But for now, I'm just gonna be using like the Sims base stairs in the meantime, and make it look like a spiral stairs by doing a zigzag like that.
I mean, it came out just fine. So I'm gonna just keep for now. Since I don't really have much of a big issue of it, yeah. Okay, the issue for me, my personal issue, is if I really want to download another custom content. Since I feel like I love custom content. I love it so much just because it makes the game look so much better and so much prettier, in my opinion. Not giving a lot of credit to like the EA's like already making the sim, like the objects already and stuff, and they worked really hard on it. But it's just like I think it's just a lot of the EA like furnishing styles that they made and chose. It's like not the kind of items that I had in mind and visualize when I'm like furnishing a lot or so when I'm building my lot. So like that's when I ended up deciding to go for custom content where like certain things that I'm looking for that EA does not have that I want, and they do have it. Like for example, like one of the speed builds that I made. I don't know if you guys know, I built a apothecary store, and I have the speed build of it. If you have not heard of it, or if you have not watched it, I would highly suggest you to go check it out, because you probably would not know what I'm talking about until you actually watch the video. But in the speed video, in my speed build in that one, I was CC shopping for this apothecary store because there's not a lot of apothecary items EA provided in the game. So I was literally CC shopping, and oh my god, I found some really, really awesome items and like really cute. Oh, so there's like super cute items that I thought was so nice and just really made like chef kiss for my apothecary store build store. Oh my god, like the two I mentioned in like my speed video in my apothecary store, but I will mention it here just because like I'm super excited that I found it, and I'm gonna forever keep it in my game. Is one, the monster plants, and those are so nice. There's different variations. I believe there's like three of them, and like they give so much personality to the lot, in my opinion. And it's just like pretending like just pretend that they are animated, and then you're like petting them and you just have them in your lot. To me, they kind of give off a similar vibe to like the cow plant in The Sims, which, by the way, I am super excited. I believe in the Grim Reaper event, they gave you like a cow plant, and I'm pretty sure you can get a cow plant in game. I just haven't figured it out or found out how to do it just yet, but I'm super excited to do that eventually. Like if I do end up making a sim and eventually you're gonna have like a cow plant, I'm super excited about that. But I'm not there yet. Like once I get there, I like. But yeah, I'm super excited when I get there. But anyways, I am currently working on like the last few floors of this castle. Like there's this like I decided that because there's a lot of open arch doors and all that stuff, it would make more sense like this area, like this hallway in the speed build right now in the video, it would make sense for it to be like maybe like another smaller courtyard. And like since I already made like a courtyard already, yeah, so I figured like it just makes sense to have a courtyard there, and they can just kind of so they can just kind of walk by. I was just when I was building this lot, I was a little excited for like once I built the sim, like the household for the household and have them live in here. I'm super excited to just kind of just watch them walk around and see like how it actually looks like live when they're playing live and they when you're like actually playing in this lot and stuff like that. But so currently, right now, I pretty much have most of the floor plan mapped out on this castle. So normally, once I finish the exterior, like the shell of the castle, and then work on the floor plan, and then a little bit of exteriors and all that stuff, and then I actually I put some items that like to represent what rooms are for what. Like, what the kitchen, there's a stove, and if there's like a bedroom, I put a mattress there, or like where's the dining area. So like this is really where I like started putting items to represent what room is what. And I think right now, oh yeah, I'm working on like the third floor right now. Or third floor, yes. So this is as like don't get me like as I was working from like the first floor and second floor and working my way up to the fourth floor, like I was actually really excited how it's coming out because I was really just I think it's just kind of how I imagine. Like I imagine myself like really walking around and like where do I see where what's the view of it? It is like what do I want to see when I'm walking around in this lot? Like I think what I say is my favorite part in this lot. I think it's probably like the fourth floor, that big, no, not fourth floor. It's the third and fourth floor where there's that big, humongous, like courtyard that you will see soon. I don't think I worked on it just yet, but you will see eventually. But I think this you know what? Because this castle is a little bit smaller than my Shawcross castle, I was actually able to figure out the floor plan a little bit better compared to the Shawcross because I think the Shawcross castle is just way too big. And oh my god, like I can't believe, like I literally just went really big on my first video, but you know what? It paid off and it turned out really nice, and I actually really like it. And I currently have my Shawcross household living in that castle right now, and they are living the life. Not that I progressed in their life as a royal family as of yet, because I am lacking a lot of Sims, but slowly but surely, I am making my Sims and having them like progressing them in their life and then having them settled and ready to just do their own thing, like release them. But here is where I think is one of my favorite parts, where it's that courtyard where it's really high ceilings and a lot of like door archways to make it look like it's just big windows. Not that you can really walk through it or anything. It's just looks. It's just to make it look really nice and pretty. And like I think I just really like where when the sunlight is hitting the roof, like the glass roof like that, and you can really see the shadow. I think that's so pretty. Like I think EA did a really nice job on that. And I'm pretty sure that shelf, or not that shelf, that roof style is supposed to be more used for greenhouses and stuff like that, just because of how like really fancy some of the designs are. But I haven't really been using it as for greenhouses. I've just been using it mostly for my castles, or just trying to make anything that looks super nice and pretty. Or you can use them for make a really nice big courtyard for like your sim to just walk around and just socialize on a really nice day. To just have some fresh air. They don't want to be out the whole time, but have a little bit of shade. They can just be here. And again, like I said, like I was imagining this castle to be in Oasis Springs or like Strangerville and stuff like that. I think I'm leaning more towards Oasis Springs, just because I think a royal family there makes a little bit more sense in my opinion. But here I am working on like the last fourth floor, and really, like I said, the fourth floor is really the um all of the royal family, another royal family, like the Grand Duke and Duchess bedroom, like that's their whole entire floor. And actually, I did say earlier that I didn't have a lot of issues with the floor plan in this castle, but actually, I kind of lied. I forgot about this fourth floor where because I forgot that that there needs to be a master bedroom in this castle, and there wasn't on the fourth floor. There wasn't actually a lot of space to make it into a master bedroom. And initially, I was gonna make it into two bedrooms, just so like you have more bedrooms, the better, I guess. In my case, for like a castle. But then I realized I was like, no, you know what? I think having roughly about around six bedrooms, it's more than enough, in my opinion, for like a household like this or like a castle like this. So I decided to just minimize, like instead of having two bedrooms on the fourth floor, make it just be one bedroom, one big nice bedroom, and then just have the whole entire floor just be dedicated to the Grand Duke and Duchess that's living in this lot, or whatever royal family that you want to live in this lot, So here, that room that I'm working on right now in the speed video, this is the room that I thought like could be considered as like another hobby room or another like green room or like a reading room, whatever you guys want to do it as. Like it's just another spare room, basically. I would consider it as like a hobby room, just because it's right next to the courtyard, and having like a bedroom like that, I wouldn't make so much sense. But you know what? Who am I to say? Because literally, if you walk down a little bit further, there's like that suite with two bedrooms, But anyways, I decided to just make that whole room into like the big bedroom with really nice spacious, like make it like pretty spacious, pretty much. And it had like a balcony to kind of peek out to the ocean if you really want to, and like really if you really peek out at that balcony from the Grand Duke and Duchess, or the master bedroom, basically, you can really see the Shawcross Castle from that direction, and I thought that was just really nice and really cool, like a really nice touch to it. In this lot, not that like I said, it's gonna not like this castle is gonna stay on this lot, but yeah, but I just thought that like let's say if you do decide that you imagine this castle to really not be a desert, like I was saying, and just have it be like where it is on this 40 by 40 lot in the Brindleton Bay, I don't blame you, because it's a really nice lot too. It's just a really nice lot, and I really was building this castle based on this lot as well too. So like, let's say if you do happen to keep this castle on this like 40 by 40 Brindleton Bay lot, then like you can definitely like build like an even bigger castle. Like you can definitely put like a bigger castle in the 64 by 64 lot, like right there where I put my Shawcross castle, and you can really see the castle. But here I am just putting all of the images that I have so far. I don't have so many just because I've only just been working so much on the exterior, but I will include more not videos, I will include more photos as the parts coming out. But that's pretty much it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next part. I hope you guys enjoy it. Bye!